I'm just looking at the nice terrain map mode, and this is kind of a dated Europa Universalis engine, but it was released in 2008, but not too bad. Not too bad for 5-year-old graphics for a strategy game. Alright, see, here's Gallia Cisalpina. If we go over here to the regional map mode, it'll break it down for us. See, these 4 provinces here will become the ducks of Gallia Cisalpina. And speaking of ducks, we should go ahead and appoint a dux up here. Here we go. We have one individual, Gaius Duilius. He's willing to become dux of Gallia Cisalpina. He's willing to be the brave dux to lead these new additions to the Roman Empire out on the frontier. Frontier kings. Down here we've had this man as dux for quite a while. Perhaps it's time to swap him out with somebody else. I know a number of individuals want to become dux of Magna Graecia. It's a pretty prestigious title to have. Let's find somebody that's earned such a right. Let's see here. Ciso Quintius Claudius. Ciso Quintius Claudius. Dux of Magna Graecia. He's more of a military leader. We can look at their stats, see if any of them have stats that would help. He's corrupt. Okay. I think we're going to appoint Lucius over here. Mainly because he's content. That means this guy will never rebel. That's perfect for a dux. Alright, we'll appoint Lucius Cornelius Scipio. And the Scipio family was actually a very large family, along with the Brudii, and there was a couple other families. Maybe you guys are familiar with them. You guys have watched any Roman movies, etc. Alright, so let's start the game off. Ambitions fulfilled. Gaius Duilius became dux of Gallia Cisalpina, 20 family prestige, 40 more loyalty, and some finesse and mercantile conviction gain. You know what? That's interesting that the mercantiles are they're becoming very popular. Even the military, they've been losing popularity in the Senate lately, mainly because the military only truly gains a strong presence in the Senate when we have claims on other territories that are not yet under our rule, and then they'll pound the tables and pound the drums of war and get everybody riled up to go fight. Alright, finesse and mercantile conviction, excellent. Overall, not too bad. Only 13 populace. So as you can see, if you continue focusing on trade and pay attention to the populace and work with them, you can get their numbers down. It's not the fact that someone that's a populist is necessarily bad. The ones that are diehard populists, they're bad. But a lot of the Roman senators come in and out of being populist. They're not necessarily going to be populist all of their lives. Alright. Our fleet continues to grow. Excellent. Go ahead and build another ship here. Ah yes, the Punic War. Now, the war, historically, the war wasn't called like the Roman-Carthaginian War, although that's what it was. It was called the Punic War, and it was called the Punic War because the Roman word for Phoenician was Punici, and so Punici were the Carthaginians who came from, they were a colony of the Phoenicians long ago. I believe the Phoenicians were in this area over here. This would have been Phoenician Greek, Phoenicia, over in those regions. This would have been after Alexander the Great, when he created when he made the world Greek, basically, and conquered everything. I think even yeah, as you can see, this man here, Philotheos, he has a Greek name, although he's Egyptian. So, a lot of the kingdoms had Greek kings after the Greeks were able to expand so well. We have more barbarians, but they're quickly put down in Liguria. Excellent, that should net us a small amount of slaves. Okay, good. So these two provinces will continue to revolt like that until they turn Roman. You aren't famous for forgiveness. Some people are known for their ability to find it in their hearts to forgive. Gaius Fabius Licinius isn't one of those people. In fact, Gaius Fabius Licinius is one of those who will carry a grudge to the grave. Some think it affects his judgment. So this man here, he's our consul, and he's become vengeful. So we look at vengeful here. He gets 1 to finesse, but loses 1 charisma. Interesting. He has a lot of finesse. He's not very charismatic, which is bad. You want to be charismatic. We can't remove him from the army till later. He was a horrible general. Yes. The First Legion. Here we have Publius Sulpicius Severio. Publius Sulpicius Severio. He wants to become legate. We'll let him become legate. There you go. Now, I'm working on my Latin, basically. I figured out how to pronounce this. This is pronounced Egate Insulae. This is Mare Tuscum. This would be Ilva Insula. Also, somebody commented saying that, let's see, I was pronouncing these Velites, or Velites. They're not Velites, they're called Velites. The VE makes a well sound. So the VEL would be Velite. The TES would be te. So that's interesting. Learning Agate Insulae, or Egate Insulae. Latin. It's fun. It's one of the more interesting dead languages out there. Alright, let's continue building this army here. Alright, I believe one of these other provinces can build them as well. Maybe not. Well, we'll recruit some archers. Samnium, recruit 2 archers there. 2 archers here. And then 2 more Principe. Alright. So we'll have a brand new army. I guess the standard army that the standard size legion we're gonna be having for the Roman Empire right now is gonna be 14,000 men. We'll have 10,000 heavy infantry, 4,000 archers. I think that's how we will build these units from now on. Alright. You can see the chances going up. That's excellent. Because our new Pontifex Maximus is much better. So it's a little over 50% now. And let's try Blessing of Cupid again for the population growth. Let's cross your fingers. Excellent, we succeeded. So we're getting pretty lucky on these. That's really good. It's allowing Rome to grow fast. You can see up here that Rome is now down to 60.2 people because Bononia, citizens, freemen from Rome migrated to Bononia. There's 4.1 people, 0.8 slaves. Alright, so while that's happening, we're going to send our velites out into the wilderness yet again. Now there's barbarians out here, smaller groups of barbarians. We want to quell them. If you look at some of these deeper areas, you might find very large groupings of barbarians, like this one's 10. So it can become, and these will continue to grow. The barbarian power will continue to grow until eventually they rise up and leave. Macedonia accepted peace. They didn't give up any territory. Lucius Aemilius Barbula had a child, and Quintus Fabius Gurge, he's the new consul. He's a member of the Civic faction as well. The Civic faction has been running this country for 3 terms now. Pretty powerful faction. Although it looks like the next consul is going to be Quintus Aemilius Pappus. And I believe, yeah, he was a relatively good leader. Yes, we looked at him as a possible legate in the past. Oh, here we go. Barbarians are attacking barbarians. These people are slightly more civilized than barbarians. They're military tribes. A little more organized than barbarians are. It'll be fun to play as one of them in the future. Although I don't know how aggressively we'll be able to expand. But perhaps we can unite current day France. We will become the Celtic or Gaul faction, yeah? It could be fun. I don't know how entertaining it would be for a Let's Play though. Playing as Rome, there's more stuff to do. The Seleucid Empire would be fun. It'd be really hard to keep it together, I'm sure. I think Armenia broke away from it. Or we can play as Sparta. Yes, I can hear what you guys are saying. This is Sparta, right? Yep, I know. Okay, so hopefully they start calling these barbarians out. I'm calling it coal because we're really calling them out, like, come out and play, you know. Okay, they want us, the Senate's in favor of us dissolving the alliance with Massilia. More sons are being born. You know, a lot of the members of our Senate would like us to make some moves against them, it looks like. They have grain here and amber here. I would never noticed they had amber here. Amber is excellent. It improves the local tax modifier. So if you have a province with high amount of slaves, like these bottom areas down here, you could really improve the income from those provinces, which is excellent. In fact, these provinces down here are earning us a lot of money. So you can taxes right here, tax from population. It's good stuff. Here's Rome, 5.5. You know, Rome's so much larger than Ager Brutius, but Ager Brutius has quite a few slaves, so they make a nice income even though they're a smaller province. So our fleet is growing. We're up to 18. Want to get our fleet up to, well, 38 if we can, and we'll just keep it at around 38 to 40 for a while after that. After we smash the Carthaginian fleet, we can begin focusing on other parts of the game. Ruling the Mediterranean is very important. If we can get a hold of these islands, we can push the Carthaginians back, and we'll also have extra provinces under Roman rule. And then Hilare over here would be great to have, because then we can move into Spain, or in fact, I think after we defeat Carthage, we'll make a move against Massilia. I think I'm going to dissolve this alliance. No, I'll use them. We'll use the Massilites in the war against Carthage, in the Punic War, and then we'll consider breaking the alliance. And then we can also consider, after the truce runs out, taking Syracuse from Epirus. And then we'll have nice control of the Mediterranean, at least the western side of the Mediterranean. We can look at these areas later. But I want to expand, I want to continue colonizing here. This will always be gradual. We'll continue killing barbarians and getting slaves in between wars. And we'll finish the Punic War, and then maybe we'll start an Illyrian campaign against the Illyrians over here. Excellent, excellent. Barbarians. More barbarians, small groups. They can only rise up in 1,000 men sized units. As long as we keep nice large armies sitting on them, we'll continue just to get a few amount of slaves here and there. And then these larger areas will get larger groups of slaves when we start pushing them out. Okay, now this is something in the last Let's Play. The Barbarians had conquered Emporion and Massilia, right? Well, when they did that, they lowered the civilization rating of Massilia by 15%. That is a huge amount. So it's going to impact the rate at which these areas gain civilization now. So that's what happens when barbarians come in and conquer your provinces. When they take over the provinces, they pillage it so bad, and you know, they're raping the women and killing the men and taking all the livestock and burning the houses and setting everyone back, maybe even a decade, you know, years. They're setting them back. They're hindering the progress of civilization. So if that happens to enough of our territories, eventually it won't be a province anymore. I believe it'll just become uncivilized again. I'm not sure. It's never happened to me before, but that would be my best guess. Best guess is that eventually they would fall apart. Hopefully that doesn't happen. We'll keep strong armies along our borders. Alright, now let's take a look at our people. We haven't looked at this in a while. Let's see if we have any more titles we can give out. In fact, there's that one individual from episode 2. He's probably unemployed. I don't remember what his name was. Was it Quintus Aemilius Pappus? I believe it was. He is a Populist faction member. And he just wanted a title. Now he wants to become Aedile. Aedile's already taken, though. He wants to become a plebeian Aedile. All those are taken. Lots of men want to become Pontifex Maximus. This man here, Gnaeus Cornelius Blasio, wants to kill somebody. He wants to kill Octavia Tertia. Huh. So they are insulting each other, and these are family feuds, and family feuds are quite common in Rome. I can't help them there. Here we go, Praetor. No. So we can't, nobody wants anything. Oh, here we go, Augur. Alright, congratulations. What about employed individuals? What do we have here? This man wants to be censor, that's good. We have a spot to give him. Let's appoint him as censor. This man here, he's served as censor for long enough. Gaius Fabius Licinius. He's a proconsul. What proconsul means was he was the former consul. He's the most recent man to have had the rank of consul, had the title. So proconsuls are interesting. Co-opted as Augur. And Gaius Fabius Licinius, he is now censor. And I wanted to show you guys this. Proconsul gives you benefits. Local revolt risk and local tax modifiers. Now that's important because proconsuls often went on to become duxes in their own right. So they would serve, this was common, this was tradition with Romans. They would work their way up the ranks, they would become consul. Some of them would then move on to become duxes or dukes of Roman regions. And then after that they might serve in the military as a legate or in some other capacity. I think we just missed a trade. Somebody wanted to trade with us. Okay. I'm going to trade with Massilia here because Bononia has a slight revolt risk. Why do they have such a high revolt risk? Their stability is horrible, and they have a different culture group and different religion. And then Bononia, different culture group, different religion. Okay. Now one of the things I wanted to do, I know I've been building a fleet, but I wanted to get our stability up higher. And I think I might wait till the next consul. He's going to be a religious faction leader, and that will decrease the costs associated with sacrificing to the gods. See, right now it's going to be 46.6. With him it'll be 25% less of a cost. You might as well save money wherever you can. If you can invest it elsewhere, it'd be better that way. Barbarians! Ah, Paleo Veneti. Excellent. Quite a large army there. Did we go over our limit yet? Yes, we've gone over our limit. So I'll cancel these queues here. So I'm not building any more units, because it's going to cost us exponential amounts of money if we continue building an army until we further expand it a little bit more. Alright. Our Weletes have retreated, and the Barbarians are moving to Bononia. They'll be there on the 31st of January. Okay. We're doing really well. Now, I know we have a lot of manpower as Rome, but I've played this game as Rome before, and I've been involved in so many large wars that would drag out over the years that I found myself out of manpower. I would gain 761 manpower a month, you know, but it just wasn't enough to replenish our manpower pools, because an entire generation or two of free men had died in wars. Alright, the Barbarians were defeated. More Barbarians have arisen. This time they wiped out our group there. That's unfortunate. I didn't catch it fast enough. I believe I'll recruit another small unit of Weletes for the future. The Barbarian power went down here. That's good. And the Naval have declared war upon their new enemy, the Eburones. Eburone. Okay. More slaves. Okay. It's looking good. We're slowly getting there. Another 10 ships or so, and we will have the fleet we need to challenge the Carthaginians. We already have the army. It's as big as we're gonna get. I think I'll quickly land on Panormus, and then we'll challenge any of the ships at sea in naval conflicts here. And then after their navy's done, we can focus on Sardinia, Corsica, Baleares, maybe Malta, and then finally we'll attack Carthage after we've bled their navy dry. And at least that's the plan. Speed it up here. "20 ships. Nice. A lot of these ships are starting to become loyal to him, so we're going to have to swap them out now. See if anybody wants to become a naval prefect. Doesn't look like it. We're going to need a good naval prefect, though. I think Gaius Fabricius Licinius is a censor right now. However, I think he's going to be very important as a naval leader. Slow this down a little bit. Yeah, so they'll continue bouncing back and forth. I don't want to pursue them because our army will take a bit of attrition out there, and might as well not lose manpower unnecessarily. I would really like to take Massilia, but I'm gonna do that shortly after, because I want to see if Rome will give us a mission, and I want to use them as an ally. They have a small fleet. Please from governors, your tribune's tireless efforts to fight corruption and his attempt to get one of your governors charged for provincial extortion have surprisingly made several of your other governors quite nervous. Several of them have made every attempt possible to get in contact with you to discuss the matter. Maybe you should hear them out. If there's nothing to talk about, then we'll gain stability. We won't have to pay that cost. That'll be excellent. Or we can gain 50 gold. You know what? If we gain 50 gold, the cost of stability is still cheaper than 50 gold, so we'd still make a profit. So I'm going to hear them out. And then we'll go ahead, and I will sacrifice to the god. Well, I'm going to use this money. We should offer sacrifice. We should invoke an omen. I'm going to use this money to build the rest of our fleet. And that'll get us closer so that we can start the Punic War. Population growth. Cross your fingers. Cross them. Yes! 3 for 3. Alright. That's really good. 10%. Look at that. Look at that, guys. Wow. Rome will grow incredibly fast. I think that's per year, though. I don't know. Yeah, that would definitely be per year. Okay. Build our fleets. Yeah, we'll just build the fleet. We'll just build the fleet. Stability can come later. They keep coming. I could pursue them. Just quickly and come back. Alright. Let us quickly pursue them and come back. Severio, are they becoming loyal to you? No. He doesn't have any loyal legions yet. Two more ships up here. Bosporan Kingdom. Some wars going on up there. Trade is good now. Trade's pretty solid. We don't have to go to the trade screen every 10 minutes like last Let's Plays. That's good. And they really don't want to end this war, do they? Now the other benefit, if I'm quickly able to build this fleet up, we can go to war with Carthage while they're already at war with Epirus. And then they'll be fighting 2 wars. And the revolt risk is incredibly high right now. They have a very high war exhaustion. They have a little bit of tyranny. This man here is a tyrant, apparently. He's not very popular. He's losing popularity. And we finally have been able to destroy those barbarians to the north. Excellent. Move our men south. And let's see here. 1, 6. Alright, we'll move into Allobroge. And we'll move into Rhaetia. And those will be the last 2 places we check out before the war with Carthage. Nice. Zoom out. New commander. Lucius Aemilius Barbula is a popular and important member of our country, and it would be wise not to alienate him. He has demanded that he be given command of the army over a much less popular current commander. So Barbula wants to be in charge yet again. He wants to become ruler again. He's losing a fair bit of loyalty. He wants a title. He has loyal units. He's not from the current faction, and his current ambition. This man is becoming Civil War minded. This is bad. Well, if he continues to act like this, if we give him command of a legion, he wants a title. We can give him a quick title here. Tribune of the Soldiers, how about that? What else can we do to help this man out? He's not from the ruler's faction. Okay, he has loyal units. Can't do much about that. His current ambition is to become ruler. I'm gonna say go for it. This man over here, he hasn't been doing that bad. He's not the best military commander. It's not the reason why I gave him that. I really just didn't want... He also wants to become ruler. Both of these men want to become rulers. Interesting. I'm gonna say go for it. Publius Sulpicius Severio, he will lose a little bit of loyalty. But Barbula is already pretty unloyal. Okay, so he is going to gain a very marginal amount of loyalty because he's commanding units. Okay, so I guess what legion? This legion here. So I guess as long as he's not in combat, he will not revolt. So I'm going to move this legion all the way down to Rome. And this new legion will replace this is the 5th legion here. I'm actually going to call this one the 3rd legion. And then this one here will become and this will become 2nd ability. Alright, that should work well. Okay. Speed it up. Okay. Get these ships built. How many ships is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 21. That's 22. 7, 8. Alright, that's enough ships to be built. Oh, up here. That'll be one more than we need. Just cancel that one. Alright. So, those are all the ships that we're going to need. Hopefully that's going to be enough for us to defeat Carthage. Our command limit's slowly going up. We have one more troop than we can support. And they've been revolting yet again. So I want to give these guys... I'm thinking 10,000 heavy infantry, 5,000 archers, and then another 4,000 to 6,000 cavalry later. Maybe some kind of statistic like that. Oh, I think they destroyed our velites. Oh man. Yeah, they instantly destroyed them too. This is a larger unit coming in. Oh, we haven't appointed a leader, that's right. That's right. Well, Quintus Aemilius, he's never been legate before, so we'll appoint him. What's his loyalty like? Oh, it's wretched! Wretched loyalty, but with units under his command, maybe that'll suffice for him. Okay. They would never turn down free units to command because they're so unloyal to Rome. It's a little bit of power that they're getting now. If they could fight battles for Rome, but really for themselves, they can make the legions loyal to them and then use them in a civil war. That's their way of thinking. Alright, you are from a prestigious family. Quintus Fabius Scourges is one of the most prestigious families in the Republic. People from less important families try to seek friendship with him because of this. Still, even friends from less noble families might be useful. He's the consul. He's relatively popular. And this man here, he wants a title. He wants to become Pontifex Maximus. Our consul is very loyal, though. Let's try. Might as well see if he gets a friend here. Let's try it. Update it. Yes, he did get another friend, so he has 3 friends. Excellent. Seems like, whoa, this man here. Oh, he's leader of the populist faction. He wants a title. He's not from the ruler's faction, and he's assertive. This man, and he's incredibly popular. Now that man right there. We need to keep an eye on that man. Also, this is another thing. When Rome is at peace for long periods of time, the populace gain political attraction. So, you do want to go to war as Rome. Otherwise, let the populace take control. And also, see, there's a fair bit of opposition to the current faction, so they're getting some populist control that way. Populist attraction, political attraction rather. In the military faction, they're gaining a little bit due to a huge army, although it's not that huge, but it's pretty huge. Okay. Let's see if we can... Anybody want to be censor? Nope. Alright, our religious leaders... He expects to hold this office for life. Is this a lifelong office? Really? These men continue to say that they expect to hold the office for life. Maybe it is a lifelong office. Okay, well, it's time to change out the men in our technology tab. Alright, Army Quaestor, Publius Decimus Mus, Naval, we will appoint Lucius Genucius Flepsina. Yeah, that'll help him out. Become more loyal. Edile, who is not very loyal. This man, Gaius Fabius Pictor. Okay. And then finally, the Praetor. One man wants to be Praetor. You see, their loyalty would continue to go down if we didn't manage these guys so often. You really have to pay attention to that. Alright. And then a bunch of civic conviction gain. Excellent. Ooh, and a bunch of slaves have been added to the fold. Rome is growing yet again. Excellent. Okay. Yes, we can have one more unit now, I believe. Oh no, this is bad. Alright, we're going to do these two, and then in the next Let's Play we'll begin the Punic War. But for now, let's go through these. I wanted. Titus Mamilius Polus has always dreamed of being a governor. With the news of a governor finishing a full term, he has persuaded the Senate to endorse his claim. This man here. He's relatively loyal. He's a populist faction member. He's not very wealthy at all. This is the man that came from Magna Graecia. Now, 3 of you guys wanted to imprison this man. And 3 of you wanted me to give him a title. And since he's acting pretty loyal, other than the fact that he wants a title, I'm going to allow him to enter the fold here. He's maimed. He's proud. But he's fair. He's also jealous. He's 41. He wants to be Dux of Magna Graecia, the very place that he left. So maybe he'll be a good Dux to have. If we do this, the populist faction will lose 1 senator, and the civic faction will gain 3. So I think it's worth it. We'll accept the Senate's guidance. Alright. And then Barbarian revolts. Now these happen. When you're colonizing territories on the fringes of your empire, Barbarians revolts happen. Our settlement in Bononia has been causing friction with the less advanced peoples of this province. They fail to understand the superiority of our civilization and their place in our society. This has led them to adopting the quaint custom of forming a barbarian horde and going looting. The people are unimpressed. When this happens, the current censor and the Dux of that region both lose 20 popularity each. It's unfortunate for these guys. So that probably means, yes, he's quickly becoming unlikable. Let's go there. 2 units of barbarians have risen. Alright, ambition fulfilled, Titus Mamilius Polus. Mercantile conviction, let's go to him. Look at that! Now this is the first example of a populist member joining another faction. So Titus Mamilius Polus, who was on the edge, about to be imprisoned, is now an outstanding member of the Roman Republic. Excellent. That's good. I couldn't ask for something better. Alright. Okay, guys. That's it for now. When we get back, we're going to prepare for the war against Carthage. It's time for the Punic War to begin. I'm Ryan House. Take care, and I'll see you guys next time.